Hey folks, JD here, and today I've got a slight omission before we carry on with the waypoints, and that is that in the last video I said that the green star, that was your satellite link up. It's not. It's 2 over in fact. That's where it says GPS mode and it has a picture of a satellite. Now that picture of a satellite accurately reflects what it says in the telemetry screen. So I just wanted to say that, just a quick omission before we get into this video. Right, so what is today's video? Well, today's video is all about waypoints. So we're going to take her up and then we're going to try and see how these waypoints look. So I've just recalibrated her, and because I've put the new battery in her and she looks nice. Again, we've got very strong winds here today, ranging from between 7 to 12 miles an hour, gusting up to 12. So it's going to take the quad by surprise, but I think she'll be fine. Okay, so in order to fly waypoints, what you must do first, or what I found out that you must do first, is click the little map down in the bottom right. Then it comes up, shows you your location and the quadcopters. Then click on the little waypoints and then you can draw. Oh, no, wrong one. Then you can click on the waypoints underneath and then you can draw, that's it. So then you just click around until you add all of your waypoints in, until you go back to point number 1 and then click back on yourself. Click upload and then it sends the quad. Now this is sent at a height of 20 meters, which is the same as the return to home height. Now once you've done this, just keep your eye on the quad, because the quad will fly and it'll fly and match where you have put these waypoints. Now what you may notice is that the quad goes out of range a bit. You can always cancel the waypoints and take back control. And never forget, you can always use return to home to bring the quad back. So never panic. If you're ever using waypoints and you think to yourself, I don't know if I can bring the quad back, you always can, especially if it is a GPS quad. You can just click the button and she will return to home without there being any problem. Whoa, 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 whoa. She just lowered herself massively then. Did you see that? Right, I'm going to bring her back to me because I did not approve of that one iota. She just lowered herself so low I thought she was going to hit the tree. And this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people say to me, waypoint flights, they're dangerous. Well, the same as anything. Flying can be dangerous. Driving a remote control car can be dangerous. You've just got to have the wits about you. And as soon as I saw that quad wasn't doing what I expected it to do, I cancelled the waypoint flights, as quick as that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and see if I can maintain the waypoint flight in this particular area alone and see what the quadcopter does. So let's open up again this waypoint flight and let's click around the quadcopter and see what the quadcopter does. Let's upload and let's see what she does. Don't forget, again, if anything goes wrong, you can always cancel the flight. And to answer another couple of questions that some people ask me as well, can you alter the speed of waypoints? Yes, you can, either by clicking the speed button or by moving the rocker to increase the quadcopter speed. Likewise, don't forget, you can always decrease the speed as well. So never ever think that the speed you start off in is the speed you're locked to. Chances are you can change it. I've done it with the SJS, with the SG906 F11. I've done it with my E-Sheen, I've done it with my Hubson, I've done it with no end of quads. You can always, let me show you. There we are, speed mode 2. Didn't help that she was coming to the end of a waypoint, but speed mode 2. Back into speed mode 1. You have the option to change. Now then, that's waypoint 2 she's hit. And so far she hasn't lowered herself, which I'm glad about. She's still sat at, well, 14 meters she's sat at now. And then she's repositioned and now she's flying off. I'm finding the repositioning a little bit slow, but still at the minute I just wanted to complete a full waypoint move. I don't want there to be any issues in her doing that. I want her to be able to complete the waypoints accurately. There we are, now twisting. Now she's going to waypoint marker 4, which I put a little way out. There we go, there's waypoint marker 4, she has arrived. And now she'll sit there, she'll get her trajectory, she'll find out where she is, and then she'll twist again and she'll fly out to the next waypoint, which is waypoint marker 5. This is 5 of 8. So she is quite slow. She is a very slow quad at... Oh, did you see that then? The wind kicked back and pushed her really hard and she moved herself and held herself in the air, and then all of a sudden then the wind pushed her even harder and she went outside of her line of alignment, and then she brought herself back in when the wind died back down. That's nice. So there are always ways that your quadcopter will look after themselves when they're flying waypoints. But what I always like to do, and I know it's not what everybody likes to do, but whether I'm flying for fun like this, making these videos, or if I'm flying and recording some nice video that I want to either give to people or to sell or to whatever, I always decide that I never use the waypoints where I can't see the quad. I always fly where I can see her, and because I always accurately need to know what that quad is doing. Now she's at waypoint 6. Now she's making her way towards waypoint 7. And then waypoint 8 is for her to come back diagonally, so going away from this shape that she's made and to come back towards me. And between waypoint 7 and 8 is the longest waypoint. So I'm hoping she should end up roughly here where she took off, you know, in the centre of that great big black cloud. But here she goes, here comes waypoint 8, and she's being battered about. Let's increase speed mode too. Her angle dipped ever so slightly, but she's holding her own really well. And there we go. She's home. Waypoint complete. Perfect. She did that really well this time. Over the trees, she dipped herself. She brought herself down, and I don't understand why. There we are. Waypoint complete. Beautiful. Let's try it one last time, this time with a smaller waypoint. So let's just try her around here. 5 waypoints. This is again a much closer knit waypoint scheme, if you want, where she isn't going to be flying out as much, but she's going to have to make a lot more turns because I've got waypoint 1 in front of her, waypoint 2 well behind her, so she's got to really rotate and rotate quite a lot in order for her to get to where she needs to be. You see, I really like what she's doing here because she's controlled. She's slow, yes. I did say she's a slow quad at waypoints, and I maintain that she really is. But if I'm looking at how she's flying at this time, she is very, very, very controlled. She's not rushing. She's taking her time. Watch now. Spin. And then move out. And it's very nice, very controlled. She's hit the next waypoint, very close together. And then she'll twist again and go to waypoint 4 and then finish on waypoint 5. Yeah, very controlled, very controlled. And I would much rather there be accuracy and control rather than just dead speed. Ooh, that wind blew her again then. She's doing all right, folks. I'm pretty happy with how she's doing. I wasn't happy with what's happened over above the trees. I can't explain that. I really can't. I wish I could. But I can't explain that strange manoeuvre. She's doing it again. She's lowered herself. She did it again then. She dropped altitude, which is exactly what she did over the trees. I don't know why. I'm not going to lie to you. It is bothering me quite a lot. But she did it again, but fortunately she wasn't over any trees, so I could see her, so therefore there was no need to kill the waypoint. She's at, oh there we are, waypoint complete. Let's fly her back to me. Alright friends, what's my thoughts on that? Well, not the most accurate waypoints at all, but I do think that as waypoints go, well, she accomplished it, she managed it. Why she lowered herself, I cannot tell you. I'll have to look at the flight log and see whether that gives me any other information. But so far, she completed the 2 waypoints I set her. She would have completed the 3, but I didn't want her coming down in that tree over there. So I cancelled that waypoint and moved her back into the main field. That being said, I'm happy with what she's done in this main field. I can't explain what she did over the trees, I'm not even going to try to. But what I am going to do is I am going to try to use automatic landing and just land her and see how she goes with that. But so far, yeah, she did. That's not going to do any good to the motors. Come on, kill yourself. So far I'm very happy with what she did with the 2 flights inside here. She managed to fly without there being any problem whatsoever. and she completed the waypoints and did exactly what she did. She's very slow, but she's very controlled. That's the key. It's not fast, it's not wavy, it's very slow, definite movements, and a lot of control in those waypoints. All right, my friends, thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and ring that bell too. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.